Let me hit this camera, okay, so I can talk to the girls. I'm so mad. I've recorded this clip so many times because the microphones, some of them are charged and others are not. So obviously I need to charge my technology. But hey girl, hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Jillian Levon. I'm sensitive, I'm married, I work a full-time job, all while building a personal brand and business that matters to me. I am definitely 2 weeks behind on talking to you all. And I know that I have not uploaded, okay? But I have been out in the world living, okay? I have been giving myself time to unplug because it's necessary. Work was getting out of control. And so I really needed to take some time to refill myself. So I went into a quick little 2 week hermit mode, but your girl is back. First of all, I want to definitely acknowledge the fact that the community over here has grown to 400. It's like 430 people who now subscribe. So thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you for being here. Definitely make sure you like and comment and engage with the content. Make sure you share. Definitely go back, go back to when I started. This was definitely a personal challenge for me to upload every single week. So far, I have missed three uploads so far, okay? But we have 52 weeks in a year, so I can double up on some of these weeks, especially as my life starts to get a little bit more packed with events and things, and as I'm really truly building out an offer right now that I think is so valuable, so necessary, but it is really challenging me to show up and connect and network and build relationships and really just be outside. Like I'm really proud of how much I've dedicated and showed up as my truest, most authentic self while also moving forward in spaces that almost intimidate me a little bit. But more on that later. I'm really excited for like a lot of the networking events that I have planned. I'm actually in the process of buying tickets in advance so that way I don't have to worry about like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Where are we going? Where am I meeting people? Blah, 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 blah. Like I'm actually going to be showing up places because I already bought the ticket. Okay. But what has been going on? Let's catch up. So last week, Derek and I celebrated our 6-year wedding anniversary. So we really just took that time to unplug, really just took that time to relax and connect and reconnect and just, we work so much during the week that it can be hard to carve out that time in the weekdays. But we try. We got our shows that we watch after work, like when we're cooking. We're always sending each other like content and reels and stuff like that. So we have our little ways that we like, keep the intimacy high, but really unplugging and giving each other your like undivided attention is also very necessary and very intentional in marriages. So make sure that, if you marry, you get it. But if you're looking to be married and that is something that you're calling into your life, know that, okay? Know that you're going to have to really take time to be intentional to, put them PTO days really too, just to sit at home. You don't always got to be on a flight all the time. Sometimes you use your PTO to just sit at home. There was one week I just kind of took off because it was menstrual week, y'all. I feel like every time I'm filming, every time I'm referring to anything and I'm like, I have a camera in my face, I'm talking about my period, but womanhood, right? So yeah, that week I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm actually just, and it wasn't even a week, it was literally 4 days and it was over a weekend. So that was the reason why that first video didn't get uploaded. And then last weekend, like I said, I wanted to unplug. So that's why we ain't had no vlogs in the last 2 weeks. Give you a little insider, okay? This is an inside scoop, okay? Because y'all subscribe, y'all here, y'all watching. So I'm telling y'all what's going on. Okay. So the inside scoop, I have a bookkeeping business called Lapis Ledgers. This is a business that I take on one-on-one private clients and I support them in their financial stewardship. So that is all things bookkeeping. But I wanted to make a offer that supported solopreneurs, especially those who are just starting, especially those who honestly may be in business for, like, let's say your first 2 to 3 years, and you are making profit, you are building your wealth, and you really don't have a clear system or process on how your money's coming in, how your money's going out, what you're purchasing, what you have to pay in taxes. You may know these things, but a lot of the times I noticed, and honestly, not, it don't even have to do with like being a beginner, because in my experience, especially before I started working for my full-time corporate job, I was the bookkeeper and HR lady basically for a couple of daycares here in Detroit. And these daycares are profiting, they're making money, they have revenue. They also are, they have budgets and things like that that they have to maintain. When I tell you that these six-figure businesses or even seven-figure businesses, sometimes I don't even know how they make that amount of money with the way their paperwork and their paper trail is. Like, that is how you get caught up with, taxes and all of that stuff. And one thing that I know that a lot, like finances, is really the reason why a lot of businesses, especially Black businesses, fail within the first year. So I'm like, as a person who has been in this process, right, on the back end, behind the scenes, but also building out my own business and building out my own financial process, I was like, the fact that it works for me is great, but I want to see if this is going to be helpful for other people. Really wanted to share a simplified system that can be automated if you have the proper platforms, but basically it's a place where you can just start, right? You can really start to track and put yourself in the habit of sitting with your numbers. I think that is something that we get so caught up in selling, we get so caught up in marketing and creating content that we're just making money. And I see it. Like, so I know some of these posts be AI. Okay. I know some of these posts be AI. I know. But there are a lot of people who are building digital products, who are selling digital products, and they are really, truly making traction. They are really starting to change their lives from their offers and from their products, and they're making more money than they've ever made in their entire lives. And it's just coming in, and they think, at sometimes you think that your dashboard and your POS system is enough. Like, that is a really great place to start. That is a really great place that optimizes this process, and really it can create an automation feel to it. But when it comes to, again, making sure that your business is tax ready, making sure that your business is funding ready, and you have the proper paperwork to apply for funding and qualify for funding, that is a totally different ball game. That is a totally different process that can get real complicated real fast. And so my goal, again, is to simplify that, to make that very attainable, very approachable, and very applicable. So that way you're not just learning this stuff for the hell of it, you're actually able to apply it to your business and see progress, see your true financial story and where your brand and business is financially. So I'm so excited. The name of the community is Club Lapis, and it is a financial wellness community. It is not just about the numbers. It is not just about the spreadsheets and, the bank statements. It is also about the mindset. It is also about the relationship with finances and money, and being a vessel for stewardship. I'm really excited. June 25th is the day that doors open. I'm still building out some things. Next week, I plan to, on the 15th, actually, not even next week, on Monday, I plan to open up the wait list. It will allow me to really share the value. So you'll be able to subscribe to the newsletter, really be able to share the value of the community and what's included. And right now I'm still securing a lot of our guest speakers and experts who's going to be coming to the space and having conversations with us, whether that be via Zoom, through live conversations, or through podcast styles where I take your questions and I get to ask the expert, and then we'll film that, and then we'll be able to share that within the space. It's going to be a living guide, so there's going to constantly be resources added to the space to make sure that one, it's evolving with the community, but also it's meeting the needs and being able to meet people where they are. And as a solopreneur, we're wearing all the hats. We're the marketer, we're bookkeeping, we're accounts receivable, accounts payable. We are the face of the business. We are the teacher. We're the coach. We're the we're the therapist. We're the, we are the business. And it can get real overwhelming when we don't have the proper systems to support us. And so obviously, again, this is a space that I've been in my entire professional career. And I think I'm finally in a space where imposter syndrome is not getting in the way, and I'm not allowing myself to disqualify myself because people are sensitive about their money, okay? People don't want you all in their business. And I was like, I can respect that, but that don't mean that people can still be ignorant and uneducated about how to show up for their finances, even if it's on a personal level too. Like, honestly, a lot of these systems can work for a personal household to make sure that things are balanced and your debt to income ratio is not crazy, right? So of course, in the space, society, and economic reality that we're in, I think being uh being how do I want to say this? Being financially aware, like being self-aware, it's important that we're financially aware, especially when most of us are living paycheck to paycheck. Like, most of us, yes, we are building businesses because one, obviously we have a passionate purpose, but two, we need to supplement income in some way, shape, or form. And I'm just keeping it 100. Like, yes, we were able to live a certain lifestyle that allows things to be, might be comfortable, like, but for the reality of everybody, that's not the case. So I'll stop rambling. I'm very excited for what I'm creating and what I'm about to put out into the world. I hope that it's received well, but again, I'm going to just keep adding to it, keep building it, keep talking about it, keep sharing it, keep creating relationships, and making sure that I am bringing value all the time. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited too.